Welcome back, you guys. Yo, my boyfriend hates when I say that, but welcome back. I miss y'all. So this is gonna be a story time of when moi here, all it is, got cheated on. Like, really? So before I get to the story, I want to clear up the title. I know it says my boyfriend cheated on me, but I'm not talking about this current boyfriend that I'm with now. I'm talking about a previous boyfriend. So it's not this boyfriend, all right? Getting that out the way. Not this boyfriend slash baby zaddy, because we are expecting 4 months in the making. So not this one, previous one, before this one. Very cool, out the way, cool. Now, the guy I was talking to before, he wasn't even my boyfriend, but he was one of those guys that, you know, you're talking to and you start taking him serious, so you be faithful when you're not even together. So yeah, that's my dumb self, always in the talking stage, taking somebody serious and being faithful. My stupid self. So basically, I met this guy when I was in the shelter still, right? Because I was in the shelter, if you didn't know. Now I got my own place. So if you don't know about that, go look at my previous videos. But now, yeah, so before, I was in the shelter still, and I was working 2 jobs, right? So even though I was in the shelter, I was single. I was happy. I was happily single, working. Like, I was doing me. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. So a nigga wanna come and ruin my life. I dragged it, but it just came and shifted things and messed with my head. So I'm gonna explain. So alright. So one day I was walking out of my previous job, Starbucks, right? I was walking out. Long story short, how we met. He saw me leaving out of work, talked to me, gave him my number like an idiot. But I wasn't talking to nobody, so I'm like, why not? Let me just give this dude a chance or whatever. I remember I was shopping for Mother's Day, right, for flowers, and then I started receiving texts like the guy saying, oh, when we're gonna hang out. I'm like, well, I don't got time because I got 2 jobs, so I don't really got time. And then he's like, oh, you can't come after job? I'm like, nope, because I got a curfew, because I was in shelter. I really did not want to hang out with him. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm just doing me. But I really didn't have time because I did have 2 jobs, so I didn't really have time for none of that. So I just stopped texting him, right, while I was still shopping. I'm like, I'm not even paying him no mind. So then he calls me, and this is where he got me. I'm such a sucker. He calls me and he's like, I've been where you was, because he said he was at the shelter too. Was it that shelter? I don't remember. He said that shelter. Yeah, I think he said he was in the same shelter I was in. So he knows what I'm going through. That's what he got me, because I didn't really have anybody to talk to about the shelter or anything. I was just by myself, just doing me. So that hit home for me when he said, I know what you're going through. I was in that same shelter. Now I'm just grinding, trying to get my money and da. So that's what he got me at, and that's what I'm like, let me just let him take me out and give him a chance. So that's how we started talking. So after that, we finally met up. He was cool. I really liked his vibe and all this. But yeah, and then we started hanging out all the time. And then this is where it gets messed up, because when you vibing with somebody, you think, oh, y'all both on the same page. The thing is, I remember before I was talking to him, I was still like texting some guy from college that we had like a fake long distance. It wasn't even a relationship, but we will always text and always FaceTime. Because when I was going through something, the guy from college was still, was there for me or whatever. So, but I remember me and the guy from college, I remember I stopped talking to the guy from college because he posted his ex as soon as I said, oh no, I'm done with you. Because I forgot why, but that's another story. So basically, me and the guy from college, I stopped talking to the guy from college because he did some slime shit with his ex. Because long distance just doesn't work out. But anyways, so yeah. So I remember one time when I was leaving the job, the guy that I was talking to, right, that cheated on me, he texted me like, yo, call me as soon as you get out of work, right? Mind, pay attention. The guy that cheated on me said, call me as soon as you get out of work. So I'm like, all right, I will. But the guy from college texted me something crazy. So I called the guy from my old college 3 times while I'm walking to the train, mind you. And then he never picked up. So then I see a call from the guy that I was talking to, the guy that cheated on me. I'm going to just say the guy that I was talking to. So I see a call from him, and all of a sudden my heart stops beating, right? Because I just feel like something is off, right? Because I knew he wanted me to call him as soon as I got out of work. But I was dealing with something else at the moment. So I pick up, right? I'm like, hello? He's like, who you talking to? I'm like, what you mean who I'm talking to? He's like, who you talking to? Turn around. I'm like, so then he's right there, bro, following me. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, you talking to somebody else? Because I told you to call me. First of all, that's first sign of controlling. First of all, like, I could, anyways. So he's like, I told you to call me, and who you calling? I'm like, so I lied, nigga. I was in shock. I'm like, is this really happening right now? I'm like, I was calling my mother. He's like, no, you wasn't. Who you calling? I'm like, alright. So I told him the truth. I'm like, I'm actually calling somebody I used to talk to because he violated, but I don't like him anymore. I just called to violate. He's like, alright. He's like, alright, that's cool. You could talk to me, bro. He said, alright, you could talk to me about it. You don't have to hide it. So I thought we was cool. I'm like, okay, somebody understanding, even though he just scared me just now. But okay, somebody understanding, that's cool, because I guess he figured out I was still dealing with somebody from the past. Not really, but just nonsense. So he was cool with it. So I thought. So anyway, so time passes and he just got weird. Like he started popping up at my job out of nowhere. And one time I didn't even know he was there. Like he was sitting at a table, and then my coworker was like, yo, somebody's been staring at you for a minute. I'm like, who? So I look, and it's him, just like watching me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm like, bro, that is fucking weird, yo. I got so scared, and then he texts me like, oh, I've been watching you to make sure you're not doing nothing. I'm like, bro, I should have seen the signs. This nigga was off. So we was hanging out and stuff. Even though he did that weird stuff, I was thinking, maybe it's just he really likes me. When we will go out, like, cause the shelter is in 42nd Street. So when we will go out, we'll go to like Applebee's or BBQ's is right there. So yo, it's crazy because we will eat, right? And then it'll be like 11 o'clock at night. And he's like, all right, let's take you back to the shelter because, you got to work early tomorrow. And I'm like, that's weird. I mean, like, not it's weird, but like, why don't you want to stay later? It was always a specific time he had to leave. It was always around 11:30 that he had to go or whatever. And I peeped, but it didn't click at the moment. I'm like, why is he always leaving? Like, bro, you don't have a job. Like, he didn't have a job. He trapped. You don't have a job. Like, you don't have anywhere to go, honestly. So why? And I remember I'm like, why can't you just stay later? He's like, nah, his excuse was he wanted me to get to work on time. And I believed it. Another thing, we was in the movies and I remember you know, asking for his social media if he got Facebook, and he didn't have social media. That's another sign. Like, you serious? You don't got social media? I remember one time he said, oh, he don't got Facebook. So I'm like, all right. But when we was in the movie theaters, his phone was like this, right, facing up, and I saw mad Facebook notifications. So I'm like, I thought you don't have a Facebook. He's like, I don't. That's my cousin's. I'm like, but it says your name. He's like, bro, that's my cousin's. He got dumb tight, and I tried to leave out the movie theater, and yo, this nigga grabbed me. He's like, yo, you better chill, you better chill. I'm like, my nigga, am I bugging or is he bugging? He was like, yo, if you don't believe me, then we done. I'm like, should I believe him? Yo, it was just so many things. Like, now I see it. It was just so many things that he was obviously talking to somebody else or dealing with somebody else. I remember it was the 4th of July. We were supposed to hang out, right? For the 4th of July. Was it the 4th of July? Or April? Bro, I don't know. But we were supposed to hang out for some event. And he never texted me back. I just went to work the next day. And I was thinking, I remember working, right? Thinking, how come he didn't text me back or nothing? Like, yeah, I was like, why he didn't text me back? Like, he went out without me and got drunk or something, never text me back. Next thing I know, I'm working, right? I got my phone on me. All of a sudden, I get a text from the guy I was talking to saying he sent a picture, right? So when I opened it, it's a picture of him sleeping and a girl like this. I'm like, bro, my heart was beating out my chest. Like, yo, you know when you're at work and you get a freaking picture of your nigga with what you think is your nigga, because that's what he portrayed himself as, with another female in the same bed, and she had a towel on. Like, she had a towel on. She didn't even have clothes on. That is so messed up, bro. Thank God he wasn't my official boyfriend, but it hurts still, because you played me. Like, he basically played me. I'm here being faithful little Gabby while he's out, you know, doing it. And you know what else? She said, I think she said good morning from me. She said good morning from me and babe. Yo, this dude was really sleeping, and she's like this, like, what? Yo, my bro, I just started my shift at work, and I have to look at that, and I have to think about that. I can't react. I just gotta be focused on work. That is so messed up. So right after that, I don't think I replied, but I remember like a few hours later, he must have woke up and he texted me like, oh, that's my cousin, she's playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm stupid, I'm supposed to believe it. So I remember after work, he keeps calling me. So I finally pick up, and he's like, yo, she's lying, she even did that to all my bros. I'm like, really? She did this to your bros? So where's the picture she did with all your bros? Right? Me, bro, I was just fucked up. So basically, he was lying, and I was done with him. So when I told him I'm done, it was late, it was nighttime, right? I was going home to the shelter, and then he was like, oh, come meet me so I can explain. So I was like, all right. But then I'm like, no, fuck that, you cheated. Like, and I know you cheated. I'm like, bro, no girl is gonna sit there and send a picture just for fun. Like, bro, you got caught, just leave me alone. So he got tight that I said, no, you're a dub. Like, he got tight that I said, no, I'm not, I don't want to hear you, right? And you know what he did? He sent the video of him having sex with her. I'm like, yo, I'm like, you serious? Did you just send your sex video with her to me? He's like, no, that's from Pornhub. I'm like, bro, that's you. And I know it's him because, you know, but anyway, Yo, that was just crazy. But thank God he wasn't my official boyfriend, because I would have lost it. But yeah, that's the story. My advice, if you're gonna be at the talking stage with somebody, make sure y'all on the same page, because that was just crazy. Because it hurt. It did. I didn't cry over him, but it hurt, because just the thought of, you know, I was faithful to you and you was acting like, you know, you was acting like, oh, we about to be together. And because the combos we had, like, it was great. Like, he told me deep stuff about him, I told him deep stuff about me. So that's what I got confused at. So I'm just like, okay, wow, that's messed up. So y'all, I hope I explained it right, and I hope y'all understand, because I have a deep ass Spanish accent, yo, which I don't hear until I'ma edit this video. So y'all, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social medias, alright? Me and my little baby, we have, me and my boyfriend made a page for my little baby. It's called I Am Baby Moo. So go follow that. And follow my Instagram, Gigi Caramel, my Snap, Gabby Curl, okay? I look good. But yeah, I'm done. Bye.